Hi everyone. Today I'm here to talk to you about my military transition from being a soldier with the 82nd Airborne as an infantryman and as a human intelligence collector with the California National Guard into a civilian and becoming a member of corporate America. Before leaving the military, I just so happened to find a good friend that decided to get out of the military at the same time that I did. After serving for almost 5 years on active duty with 2 deployments under my belt, a 15-month and a 12-month deployment both in support of Operation Iraqi Freedom, I decided to come back together with this friend of mine and continue our education. I graduated from Santa Monica College and then from USC. Then my journey began as a tax practitioner in public accounting. There's been a lot of ups and downs, ebbs and flows, and there's different items that we've had to overcome in order to kind of fit back into our corporate environment. But if there's one thing that I'd like our civilian counterparts to know is that between the military and corporate America, the members that work within these teams may not be as different as you may think. For example, one of the key things that we all do, whether it's in the military or in our corporate environment, is planning. I know that from my own engagements, we're planning months, maybe even a year out in order to ensure that we have everything as best as possible and within reasonable limits, everyone that we need, all the resources that could be available to us, and to ensure that we communicate everything between us and the client. There's a saying in the military, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. And any knowledge without action is certainly not knowledge worth having. That can also be translated easily into what we do on our day-to-day with our engagement teams here at RSM. And from my experience, the leaders here at RSM have clearly understood that. When there are engagements that sometimes may need a little bit more finesse or may need to get done because of either lack of resources or some conflicting engagements, I've known certain leaders to reach out to me so I can help them get their engagements complete. As a veteran, whether it's a fellow brother or fellow sister that comes into corporate America, one of the things that I always tell them, which has always been a difficult thing to do when you are a vet in corporate America, is finding purposes. Finding a purpose to do what you do on a day in and day out basis. In the military, it tends to be a little bit easier. You look to your right and you look to your left and you realize that you do what you do to ensure that the safety of the man or woman to your right or left. If you're a team leader in the military, you ensure that you do your best, that you train your hardest, and that you connect with your teams as much as possible so they can get back home to their families. While the stakes may not be as high when you're doing tax returns, one of the things that we always try to do, especially as leaders, and especially some of the leaders that I've seen here at RSM, is they take the time to get to know their people. They help us out. They ensure that my well-being is put above what other engagements I may need to get done. Obviously, there are times where we have to work hard, but that's the same thing as the military. We understand that we have differences as veterans that many people just may seem insane. For example, I used to jump out of airplanes with a heavy machine gun strapped to my side and weighing a lot. And trust me, I would fall real quick. But when it comes down to the nuts and bolts of it, we're all here for one thing, and that's mission success. Whether it's delivering tax returns or capturing a high-value target, the process of planning and ensuring that our teams are kept together and well taken care of, it's not that different, just different names. Thank you for your time.